Listen up, because the front office just pulled off a shocking roster move that absolutely nobody saw coming heading into the weekend. A certified Super Bowl champion has just been signed straight out of rookie minicamp, and this offense is suddenly looking more dangerous than ever. The sudden addition of veteran wide receiver Scotty Miller has completely shifted the dynamic of this team, and we need to break it down. If you want to stay ahead of the game with the most explosive football updates, do me a huge favor right now and smash that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. We need to talk about what just went down at Hallis Hall, because my mind is absolutely blown by how this transpired. Imagine walking into a rookie minicamp as a seasoned veteran, carrying the weight of a 7-year professional career, and fighting for your football life against a bunch of hungry kids fresh out of college. That takes guts. That takes heart. And that is exactly what Scotty Miller just did over the last 48 hours. He came in as a tryout participant, laced up his cleats, and flat out demanded a roster spot by making highlight reel plays all weekend long. The front office had no choice but to lock him down on a 1-year deal, and let me tell you, the implications of this signing are massive for the entire offense. Could this under-the-radar acquisition be the exact missing puzzle piece that turns a good wide receiver room into an absolutely unstoppable force? Think about the sheer depth this adds to our roster overnight. We were sitting at 87 guys after letting Zaw Frazier go just a few days ago, and now, bringing Scotty Miller aboard bumps us up to 88, leaving just 2 precious spots open on that 90-man training camp squad. But Scotty Miller isn't just a warm body to fill out a practice jersey. We are talking about a guy with serious pedigree. He spent his first 4 pivotal years down in Tampa Bay, a year in Atlanta, and the last 2 seasons battling in the trenches with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He specifically called him a very intriguing weapon. And why wouldn't he be? You look at the current landscape of our receiver room, and it is a fascinating mix of top-tier talent and massive question marks. We have absolute studs at the top of the depth chart with Rome Odunze and Luther Burden. We brought in the incredibly dynamic Khalif Raymond. We have the emerging Jody Walker, who flashed serious potential, and we just drafted the highly exciting Xavion Thomas. But beyond those core 5 players, who did we really have waiting in the wings? You are looking at a terrifying lack of proven NFL experience. We had guys like Maurice Alexander, who has been floating around the league but is predominantly a practice squad player. You have J.P. Richardson, an undrafted free agent from a year ago who is still trying to find his footing in a complex offense. And then you have the brand new undrafted rookies, Amari Kelly and Squirrel White. That was the entirety of the depth chart. 9 receivers going into a grueling, physical NFL training camp is completely unacceptable. You cannot properly run drills or withstand the inevitable bumps and bruises of August with only 9 guys, especially when almost half of them have barely sniffed the field in a meaningful regular season game. This brings me to the most crucial part of today's breakdown, and I want you to get involved right here, right now. Question of the day: do you genuinely believe Scotty Miller is an absolute lock to make the final 53-man roster, or is he strictly just a camp body meant to push the younger guys? Get down in the comments below and let me know exactly what you think, because I am reading every single one of them. For me, bringing in a battle-tested warrior who has played in 93 career NFL games is an absolute no-brainer. This guy knows exactly what it takes to survive in the most ruthless sports league on the planet. And let's never forget his absolute peak in the 2020 season. Scotty Miller was an instrumental part of a Super Bowl-winning powerhouse. Do you remember the NFC Championship game against the Green Bay Packers? It still gives me chills just thinking about it. The clock was ticking down right before halftime, the pressure was suffocating, and Tom Brady launched an absolute moonshot down the field. Who was on the receiving end, breaking the hearts of Aaron Rodgers and the entire Packers fanbase? It was Scotty Miller, hauling in that monumental touchdown. That play is etched in NFL history forever. Knowing we just added a player with that kind of ice in his veins to our locker room is incredibly exciting. Now, I am perfectly aware that his raw production has dipped since that magical Super Bowl run. He has only eclipsed 160 receiving yards twice in the last 5 seasons. But you have to understand his specific role on this current roster. You are not signing Scotty Miller to be your number one target. You are bringing him in to be a highly dependable wide receiver 5 or 6. He is a phenomenal depth piece who can play multiple spots across the formation if disaster strikes and an injury happens. Plus, the man possesses elite straight-line speed. You can deploy him on special teams, throw him out there as a gunner on punt coverage, and utilize his returning experience. He is a versatile chess piece for the special teams coordinator to scheme with. There is another deeply emotional layer to this signing that you just cannot ignore. Scotty Miller is a hometown kid. He was born and raised in Barrington, literally 45 minutes away. Imagine the overwhelming pride of growing up in the local area and finally getting the chance to put on that hometown jersey. That local connection brings a whole different level of passion and grit to a player. He is going to fight tooth and nail for this city, and the fans are going to absolutely love his relentless motor. We also have to call out the absolute absurdity of the mainstream sports media right now. Earlier this week, a major national article claimed that our biggest roster hole was the slot receiver position, and they wildly suggested we needed a high-level, incredibly expensive starter like Deebo Samuel. I literally laughed out loud when I read that nonsense. Are you kidding me? We are not throwing $10 million at a guy like Deebo Samuel or John Jennings, who just went to the Vikings. It makes zero tactical sense. Coach Ben Johnson's offensive philosophy heavily relies on 12 and 13 personnel packages, utilizing multiple tight ends and punishing the defense with heavy sets. When we do spread it out in 11 personnel, we already have fantastic, highly capable options in Jody Walker, Khalif Raymond, and the rookie Xavion Thomas to handle the slot duties. What the front office knew, and what Ben Johnson explicitly echoed to the press, was that we didn't need a superstar diva demanding the football. We needed reliable, veteran depth at the back end of the roster to create a competitive environment. That is exactly what Scotty Miller provides. He raises the baseline floor of the entire receiver room. He brings invaluable wisdom, teaches these young undrafted guys how to study film, how to take care of their bodies, and how to be true professionals day in and day out. He creates fierce, healthy competition for J.P. Richardson, Maurice Alexander, and the rookies. If the team carries 6 receivers into Week 1, which they historically have over the last few years, Scotty Miller instantly becomes the heavy favorite to claim that final spot over the younger, unproven talent. And if you need one more reason to get hyped about this acquisition, look at the coaching staff. Our brilliant wide receivers coach, Antwaan Randle, has a massive history with Miller. He knows exactly what makes Scotty tick. He knows how to extract that championship-level performance out of him. That pre-existing trust and familiarity is absolutely invaluable when a player is trying to learn a new playbook on the fly. This is a phenomenal, low-risk, high-reward move that proves the front office is leaving absolutely no stone unturned in building a championship-caliber roster. They are preaching competition at every single position group, and I am entirely here for it. So let's welcome Scotty Miller home and get ready for an absolute bloodbath in training camp. Before I sign off today, I want to take a special moment to acknowledge something way bigger than football. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, and we have passionate fans of all ages and backgrounds tuning in every single day. If you are married, wish your wife a happy Mother's Day. Give your mom a call, hug your grandmother, and celebrate the incredible women in your life who raised you right. To all the moms out there watching, you are the true MVPs, the real heroes who make everything possible. Have an absolutely wonderful weekend, stay passionate, and I will see you all next time.